Hello everyone. Welcome to Well Explained Pedia. So today we will study about major rivers of India. हम पढ़ेंगे कौन कौन सी मेजर रिवर्स हैं, इन रिवर्स के बेसिन कहाँ कहाँ हैं, कहाँ से ओरिजिन होती हैं और कहाँ पे ड्रेन करती हैं. ठीक है, तो चलिए बढ़ते हैं. तो ये इंडिया का मैप है. आप अपनी एटलस जरूर खोल के रखिए. ये मैप मैंने ऑक्सफोर्ड एटलस से लिया है, तो मैं चाहूंगा कि आप अपने पास एटलस जरूर रखें. So as you can see, we have got 18 major river basins in India. You can see in this map, and they are color coded. अलग अलग कलर से डिफरेंशिएट किया गया है. So if I tell you briefly, this pink color basin is Indus basin. You can see this is Indus river. This is flowing in this direction towards south west. Okay, and Indus is rising from this Tibetan plateau, Kailash Mansarovar, and then it enters India. Then there are 5 branches: Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, Satluj. That's why Punjab is called land of 5 rivers, because of these 5 rivers, and they are tributaries of Indus. They merge into Indus in Pakistan, and then they flow into Arabian Sea. Then second is Ganga. Ganga rises in Gangotri, and it flows through the peninsula, and then flows through Great Plains of India, and then it ultimately flows into Bay of Bengal. So in this way I will tell you about all the rivers. Okay, so this is Brahmaputra river basin, this is Surma river basin, or you can also say Barak river basin. Surma is a river in Bangladesh and Barak is a river in India. It is in the states of Manipur, Mizoram and Assam, and then it flows into Bangladesh and it's called Surma. So many people call it Surma basin. You can also call it Barak basin. Then we have got Subarnrekha, Brahmani, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, then Peneru, Palar, Kaveri, Vaigai. If the name of the rivers are not clear, then please get an atlas so that you can learn properly. Okay, then Krishna I have told you. Then west flowing rivers, only 2 major rivers we have got, Narmada and Tapi. Okay, and then we have got small rivers, Mahi, Sabarmati and Luni. Luni is inland drainage. Of all the rivers I have talked about, only Luni is the river which doesn't flow into any large water body like Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. You can see this is the river basin of Luni and it ends within India. So this is inland drainage. You can see Sabarmati is flowing into Arabian Sea, Mahi is also flowing, then Narmada, then Tapi, and here all the rivers are flowing into Bay of Bengal. But Luni is, because inland drainage, it vanishes in India only. So now let's move forward. So this is another map showing the river basins. You can see there is the similarity, Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. Little bit difference is given because every map slightly differs. So here they have not used the word Surma for this northeast part. Okay, and then they have used like minor river, Myanmar and Bangladesh for this portion. Okay, so in this way you will see the differences. And then I told you Barak basin, so they have used this part as Barak basin. So you can see the minor difference, but major part you should know, like Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Penar, Peneru, Vaigai, Narmada, Tapi, Mahi, Luni and Sabarmati. All these you must know. Okay, now let's move forward. Now to properly learn all the rivers, you must know their origin. Okay, so we'll start with Indus. So Indus origins in Tibetan plateau in Lake Mansarovar. In the earlier map I told you about this Lake Mansarovar. So this is Lake Mansarovar from which Indus is arising. Then Ganga rises in Gangotri. We all know the Gangotri glacier. So Ganga rises in Gangotri, which is in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. Then Brahmaputra rises in Kailash Mansarovar ranges of Tibet. We all know Brahmaputra enters into Arunachal Pradesh, and then through Assam it goes into Bangladesh and then in Bay of Bengal. So you know, in news right now we have got Assam floods. Assam floods, why? Because of Brahmaputra. Okay, so this river comes from Tibet or as in international affairs we call it China, because Tibet is a part of China, or you can say China has occupied it. So China doesn't share the river data of Brahmaputra with us, because of which we are unable to manage it properly, and that's why we have got floods every year. So that is the problem. Now next is Brahmani. Brahmani is this pink color. Okay, so it is in Odisha. This state is Odisha, and its origin is because of merging of two rivers called Shank and South Koel rivers in southern Bihar. So this is the southern part of Bihar. Okay, this part, and when these two rivers merge, they give rise to Brahmani. Then we have got Subarnrekha. It is in this Subarnrekha is yellow part. As you can see, they have given Subarnrekha and they have shown this yellow color. So Subarnrekha rises in Chota Nagpur plateau of South Jharkhand. Okay. Then Mahanadi rises from Chhattisgarh. This state is Chhattisgarh. Okay, I will change the color. Okay. So this part is Chhattisgarh, and from this Mahanadi rises and it flows into Odisha and then into Bay of Bengal. Okay, then Narmada, we all must know Narmada is rising from Amarkantak. Amarkantak is in Madhya Pradesh, and Narmada flows towards west. Then we have got Tapi. Tapi rises from Betul district. Betul is a district in Madhya Pradesh, and major part of Tapi basin is in Maharashtra. Okay, so this is Betul district, and then Tapi flows like this. Okay, then next is Surma. Surma, I told you, Surma basin, they have called this a Surma basin. You can call it as Barak basin also. And this Barak basin is in three states of Assam, Mizoram and Manipur. Okay, so now I mark these rivers on a map so that you can visualize it distinctly and carefully. So, and also I put arrows so that you know the direction of flow of the rivers. So just now I talked about Indus, then Brahmaputra, Barak also. Barak river goes like this. This is Nagaland, this is Manipur, and this is Mizoram, and this is Assam. So these four states, Barak flows through this, and this is known as Surma or Barak river basin system. Then Brahmaputra also flows like this in this direction. Then Ganga we all know. Then this is Yamuna. Yamuna merges with Ganga in Allahabad, and then it flows like this into Bay of Bengal. Then Subarnrekha, Brahmani, Mahanadi we have all talked about, Narmada and Tapi. I will come to this part later. So the next set of 9 rivers is Godavari. Godavari rises in Western Ghats near Nasik. Then Krishna rises in Mahabaleshwar or Satara. So if you can see properly, this orange color part is Godavari, and here we have got Nasik. If you see the political map of India, you will see this is Nasik. Okay. So Godavari rises in Nasik, and this green part is Krishna, and this is its origin. This is Mahabaleshwar. Okay, so Krishna rises in Mahabaleshwar. Okay, and Mahabaleshwar is in Satara district. Okay, then there is a river Penneru. It is also known as Pennar, and the Ponnayyar. These two rivers are of South India, and they rise in Nandi Hills of Chikballapur in Karnataka. This is Karnataka. Okay, now I am marking the political boundary of Karnataka. Okay, so now from Karnataka, two rivers rises from the Nandi Hills of Chikballapur. So these two are Penneru and Ponnayyar. Okay, and Penneru is also known as Pennar. Then Kaveri rises from Brahmagiri range in the Western Ghats in Kodagu. Kodagu is also in Karnataka. And if you see Kaveri, Kaveri is this greyish river basin. Okay, so this Kaveri basin is over Karnataka now. So Kaveri rises from Karnataka, from Kodagu district. Okay, from Brahmagiri mountains. Then Vaigai river is the southernmost major river of India, and it rises from Varusanadu hills in the Periyar Plateau of Western Ghats. So this is green color. Okay, I will change the color. So this is green color basin. This is known as Vaigai, and this is closest to Sri Lanka. So now, how will you remember all the river basins? See, Indus is northernmost, Brahmaputra is easternmost, Ganga we all know it is very big, so Ganga we all know where it is. Now then, Barak and Surma, you have to understand. Surma is also known as Barak. So Surma is known in Bangladesh and Barak is known in India. So Barak will be closer to Bangladesh. So now you know where is Barak. It is in northeast. So similarly, you will have to remember Vaigi also. It is southernmost and it is near Sri Lanka. Okay, so this rises near Periyar Plateau in Western Ghats. So now similarly, we will have to learn all the river basins with these tricks only. Okay. So how will you remember Subarn Rekha? So for Subarn Rekha, I will tell you. Subarn Rekha rises from Chota Nagpur Plateau. And what is in Chota Nagpur Plateau? We have got minerals. Okay. And Subarn Rekha means line of gold. Means Swarn Rekha, line of gold. So why it was named such? Because in earlier times, this river used to carry gold. Because of these minerals, gold was also found there. It is not found now, but it was found in earlier times. That's why the name Subarn Rekha. So similarly, we will have to remember all this. So in the previous class, I told you that Narmada and Tapi flow through a rift valley. Okay. Now we will come to this textual part. So it says that most peninsular rivers, means the rivers here. Okay, I will take this map. Most of the rivers here, they flow from west to east. You can see the arrows. They are flowing from west to east. So they flow west to east. Okay. Why? Because the gradient of the land is towards east. So if the slope is towards east, the rivers will flow towards the east only, right? And then one more thing I will tell you. If you remember, then the Western Ghats have more height than Eastern Ghats. Means Western Ghats are like this. Okay, and Eastern Ghats have less height. So any river will flow from much taller height to much lesser height. Most of the rivers flow from west to east. Okay, that's why. So now we have understood major rivers flow from west to east, but there are two rivers which flow from east to west. These two are Narmada and Tapi because they flow in the Rift Valley. Now you know Rift Valley of Vindhya and Satpura. I have covered this in previous class. Please refer to previous class. Okay. Now moving forward, we have got three rivers remaining. These three rivers are in Gujarat, and these are Luni, Sabarmati, and Mahi. You can see these three all rivers. I've talked about Luni, inland drainage. Sabarmati flows through Gujarat into Arabian Sea, and Mahi rises in Madhya Pradesh, and it goes through Gujarat into Arabian Sea. So these are the major rivers of India. I've told you where they origin from, where they flow into, and how to remember the basin are located where. So now last three rivers, how will you remember these last three rivers? These three rivers are very small. If you see here, these three basins, they are very small. Mahi, Sabarmati and Luni. So how will you remember? You will remember that they are in Gujarat, and Gujarat is a dry state. Dry in the sense that Rajasthan and Gujarat receive very less rainfall as compared to the other states. So the rivers here also will be less, will have less water. So that's why they are small rivers. Now you have to remember that Luni, Sabarmati and Mahi are in Gujarat, and then you have to remember exact location where they are. Luni is an inland drainage, and Luni is also in Rajasthan, so it is easy to remember that it vanishes because its water disappears. Then we have got Sabarmati and Mahi. Okay, so similarly you will have to remember other rivers also. So that was all for today. We have covered all the rivers. Still you have any doubts about any topic or anything, you can ask in the comment section and I will be happy to help you. Till then, thank you for watching and all the best. keep learning and keep watching.